Yes. Let's do that. So, who remembers what happened last time?
We spent our money well.
We did.
And, following having spent our money, we decided to branch into gun smuggling, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And so we decided to go and peacefully meet up with a gang that was already present in the area. So we used their.
Is that why they're all dead?
Yes, exactly. Negotiations were short, and I don't think anything went wrong. It went exactly according to my expectations.
Yeah, it seems to have gone.
And successful.
Yeah, your efforts to recruit a gang went completely successfully by killing them all.
They weren't all dead. There was some left.
They weren't all dead. Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys went to the Diesel Dome. Mr. Ditch finally got his heavy mech, which he put to good use here, and I realized how fucking beastly it is. You came here for a meeting and swiftly dispatched all the gang members inside the hideout. Now, yeah, you're right. A couple of them are on jobs and like out and about. This wasn't all of them. Does anyone roll streetwise?
Yes. I can do that. Where's my character sheet? There it is. Oop, there we go. Oh, 19. I'll take that. Not bad.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't know the complete ins and outs of the River Rats, but a pretty local gang to you guys, and split with your connections, you have, know that, this is approximately half of the total number of the River Rats. They, out on jobs, or they're just like, out having a fun old time, and they might be coming back now soon. They might be coming out a lot later. You're not super sure just yet. So yeah, you are in the warehouse with a lot of dead bodies. What are you doing?
Looting.
I was gonna say looting. It's a good shout.
I think I said to Sam yesterday. So Jameson's picked up the scuttler.
Yep.
So you got that, which is just a giant. It's just an anchor welded to a length of rebar. But yeah, between the guys, you find one sniper rifle.
Ooh.
Who here can use rifles? Yeah, I know.
Double check. Spin might be able to actually. Let me check. What's my proficiencies? Are they their own? I can't use them.
I believe it is a separate one.
If it's a separate one, then no. If it's not, then if it's assault rifles, then yes. Yeah, no. I do not have sniper rifle training.
So the force is definitely going to have it. Essentially, I mean, Mr. Ditch is probably proficient in. Proficient in all weapons and horses.
But
Well, I can't use a sniper rifle while in a giant mech. Let's be honest.
guns are such a
So
Like,
uncivilized.
uncivilized means.
I mean,
What if
John
we
should
built
probably
one?
learn how to use a sniper rifle.
Why don't we just fucking build a giant sniper rifle so that you can use it whilst in your mech?
Well, we need to build a gun into the hilt of his sword, because then he'll be all anime.
Gun
And
sword.
then he'll use
Yeah.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Basically, we just need to turn this into Sword Art Online, don't we?
Sure.
Or something like that. That's the only anime that I could name off the top of my head.
I don't know.
Sort of.
I know that it's an anime. That's.
I mean,
I've
if we're
heard
talking about if we're talking about the second arc, then yeah, I guess kind of.
what you
Yep,
said.
sure. Yep, the second arc.
Yes,
Yep,
yeah,
that's what I meant.
Uh-huh, yes,
we
nailed
have
it.
strong feelings about that. Yeah.
Yes.
I've
Built before the
I'm not
second
gonna lie.
part.
I have watched the first one. If
Not
you ask
great.
me to recall anything of it, I will tell you no.
I once
Yeah.
put it on and did a big sleep. I don't know if that counts.
Ooh,
Ooh, I
I
don't
watched
like
it
that.
all.
that definitely counts.
I watched it all, and I watched the second season, and I watched the third season, and I don't know why, because each one was worse than the last.
I like a good
What-
sleep to the TV.
Was the first at least good, in your opinion?
It was entertaining to start off with, and then it quickly, like, you realised it wasn't going anywhere.
Conceptually, great idea.
Conceptually cool idea. It has been massively overdone now, but
So, but
it
you
is-
weren't
it was
having a
cool-
good time, and you just kept going.
Yeah, it's one of those.
If you
Ed
slam
doesn't
your
have a lot
dick
of
in
free
a door,
time,
do you
you
like
know.
just try it again to see if like maybe you did it wrong?
Check.
Maybe it'll be nicer the second time. Like,
You never know, but it might be that next time.
well,
Yeah, so you got a sniper rifle. You also found what was it? I think you found it was 5 which pistols? 5 heavy pistols.
Oh. 5 heavy pistols, he says.
Let's just sell them on the black market.
And about let's just say for ease, it was 120,000 one longs
Oh, decent.
between them all, and then yeah, you found just like just on what was his name? Goob's body. That's it. Goob.
Oh yeah, goop.
Uh,
Was there some kind of like throne-esque kind of structure?
Yeah, so he was chilling out over here. There was it was basically just a bunch of shipping crates that he'd like piled like into the approximate shape of a throne, and he
Spin-
made it comfy by like putting like some like a tarpaulin over it. It wasn't too
Ooh,
glamorous.
nice
but-
comfy top.
Spin would like to sit on it, despite the fact that he didn't really do much in that fight. He would like to sit on it and claim that he is now.
And claim that
Okay.
he has a chair.
Yeah.
I have a chair.
King of the castle. King
By
of
the
the
fact that
castle.
arguably it should go to Jameson. My argument is going to be that Spin is now the new king, and Jameson is his right hand man / bodyguard. And just assume that Spin's and just assume that Jameson's going to be okay with this.
A shrug. Say, well, if you're the king, then you better have your scepter, and then he's just going to toss him the scuttler really hard.
Oh, I'm going to try and catch it.
oh please don't chop our doctor in half.
Make a strength check.
Straight
Just
strength.
or athletics, I suppose it'd be.
Athletics makes no difference to me. Oh.
So yeah, split. Yeah, you try and catch it, but it is heavy. The anchor flies at you like spinning. You go to catch it, and just hands completely miss, and it just like smacks into your chest, and you take lucky 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
No worries. Spin, as he does this, takes 2 damage. He's going to be like, easy now. I need these hands for surgery. And just like acts like he intentionally didn't catch it. You know, these
quite
get
winded.
damaged. You know, you got to be careful. If you damage these things, I'll be out of a job. You know, got to be careful. Got to look after these. Yes, he is a fucking moron. Leave him alone. He's a fucking moron with a doctorate.
The worst kind.
I know.
Very good. What are the rest of you guys doing?
So I now have that. Do I now have the scuttler? Is that now a weapon that I can use?
I mean, yeah, you can use it if you want.
Does it require a strength check for using?
It has a minimum required strength of 13.
I do not have 13 strength.
I'll take it back.
I will
I'll
graciously
lift it up.
give it back to Jameson, my bodyguard. I'm gonna hand it over to him like hilt first, like I'm doing him some kind of major favor.
Like you're knighting him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know anyone who we can hire to run this mess?
Make a. I mean, what kind of are you trying to source? Like a local gang member to like run it for you, or
Be somebody we already know.
Oh,
Can we get the kids to do it?
I was gonna say yeah, the kids. We get the kids to do it.
I don't think the other gang members are going to want to take orders from the kids.
Doesn't matter. They're gonna take orders from us, and we're gonna tell them to fucking listen to the kids.
Really trust the kids?
Not really, but we give them enough guns, and the problem will solve itself.
Arguably, we don't have to trust them. Like, they're kids. We just have to make sure that whatever it is we tell them to do is interesting enough that they'll probably do it anyway.
I can
The
understand
solution with children with guns is more guns. That is what I've learned from America.
the only child who can fight a child with a gun is a good child with a gun.
Just remember, there's only one thing worse than a rapist. A child.
Love that.
I must know somebody. I must have met some illicit characters in my time.
Would Spin as a run-of-your-mill street doctor know anybody that could be up for it?
I wonder if Cookie might have an old pal.
All of you guys roll. Who's it would be streetwise? Let me just double check.
I'm not trusting any of my former clients to run this shit. So I got nothing.
I bet Cookie knows this to the old shit.
I might know.
Yeah, I did work in the police for 25
an old
years.
chum.
Yeah, so, anyone who would like to try and roll some streetwise to think of if you have any suggestions.
I have that 20 that I didn't use for anything else before.
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah, my
fuck.
role reflects reality. Ooh, nicely done, Tom.
Ooh.
I'll roll it again. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm going to suggest the...
basically, so.
Who needed that 20 when I got 19?
Yeah, so,
I mean, in fact, we just got a recruitment drive.
yeah, so you guys know that
You all
it's... So Jameson specifically will know a few people who have worked in smuggling before, who are familiar with kind of the trade and sort of like standard practices and things like that, and people who've got some experience in the matter. Who else here? Cookie. Yeah, I know you know a couple old bastards who have gotten various specialty wares from
I'm just gonna
places they won't say.
Just gonna draw your attention to one particular paragraph in my bio.
Uh-huh.
Smells like shit. Is it that area?
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, thank you. No, that's a very good thing to remember. So yeah, you know this is Schubert and Trent's kind of deal. They have been running smuggling, and when you left them, one of the things that you guys were arguing about is getting more into the criminal element of things. So yeah,
Right, did they say one of his names was Schubert?
Schubert 36? Yes.
Does it look like this?
Does it look like Hubert Adams?
Oh god. Whoa, Tom.
Right.
You've been saving that
That was way too quick.
up. That's been ready for years.
Yeah, he's got that in his personal folder.
Yeah.
And Mr. Ditch has made some contacts in the pachinko parlor, who he's pretty sure deal in like illicit sort of smuggling and trafficking. Who you can probably lean on to find out some contacts.
Look at those upper arms.
There you go. Cookie has an old friend who does. Jameson, who has a pre-existing relationship with. Jameson knows people who have definitely done this specifically. Mr. Ditch knows a few guys at the pachinko parlor who may be involved in this, he thinks.
Fair.
Looks like we got ourselves a receipt for a tasty pie.
Interesting phrasing, but okay.
Just don't make eye contact. I think it's okay.
Just put that behind us and move forward.
Right, Jameson, can we get in the most responsible and reliable of the people I know who've done this before and employ them to on the dots with all the rest of the bonds, so we've managed to collate.
I think Cookie's friends are going to be the best shout because it's long standing as opposed to I met them whilst gambling.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah. Gamblers aren't really the people you want running your stuff, are they?
I was standing with blind eye to these people running guns. They were in it. I didn't catch them.
Pardon?
I know for my guys, like they were. I was running the vice squad, and I didn't catch them because I was corrupt. But also, they're the ones that didn't get caught. So by default.
Oh, fair. Like that's not a bad shout. I missed that part of it. Sorry.
Yeah, my contacts were from being in the police, but not being crooked. Therefore, not arresting them.
I like that save of like I was crooked though. That's why I didn't catch him.
I wasn't shit.
I would have done it if I felt like it.
Yeah. Any time I wanted to. Yeah, loads of it.
I'd like to.
It's basically Jay from between us, isn't it?
I'd like to rekindle
the romance.
Okay. my.
Buy me dinner, Andy, and we can see where it goes.
No. See, Dan, if you read my bio, we were actually smuggling illicit meds for a punk doc.
I have read that bio. I'm aware of that aspect of it.
Mm. So you might know Schubert unwittingly.
I like the idea. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I know these smugglers." You know, all through different ways. It turns out it's the same fucking people.
It's just Trent. Oh, I know him. Oh, that's the guy you meant. Oh yeah, he came to my. He was at my cousin's wedding.
You know Trent. Oh man, yeah, he's married to. I think it's my sister's nephew or something. Yeah.
Sister's nephew. Wouldn't that be your son?
Or your
nephew through like the other side.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Come on, mate. Get your shit together.
Cookie.
I'm very drunk in my defence.
Fair.
Cookie. Is that where you are going? Is that where you want
I'm going to go and I'm going to go and just suss the old.
Can we get Mr. Ditch to collar the returning river rats as they come back and make sure they don't play up while we introduce them to their new line of work?
All right. Who is it? Just Mr. Ditch by himself? Is anyone staying with Mr. Ditch to help with this?
Can we get Mr. Ditch for the muscle and maybe Flint to explain the situation?
Hang on. What's happening?
They're introducing the returning river rats, the remainders of the gang we've slaughtered, to explain to them that they work for us.
Right, got it.
And I thought a heavy mech would be a good way of brooking no questions.
I'll stay as well, but I'll be invisible, so I can stab people.
I'm not getting off my new mount.
The baby, baby backpack.
Yeah,
like a baby koala. Okay, so it's Mr. Ditch, John, River, and Splint. Is that it? Sort of sticking around
with vibing. Yeah.
I was gonna get my bods who I want to recruit to come to here. So I'm around, but not necessarily meeting those people to come in.
Okay, all right. So are you guys heading over to Trent and Schubert's then?
I am.
Oh, okay. So sorry. So we're going two different options. So are you doing it at the same time? Are you guys just going separately, or are you going one after the other? Or
I feel like we should agree which ones we're going to use, or at least tell them that they've got the opportunity to come to a job interview.
Mm. Well, I'm going to go and just see the guys and see what they're up to these days.
All right. So Cookie, you just going by yourself?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So Cookie, you head on out. You jump in your car.
Not to divulge any information, but just to see what they're up to.
Yeah. Are you just sort of parking up and sort of strolling in the front door?
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you head a little bit of ways into town. Coming down some sort of like less than stellar areas. I mean, South Dank is a little bit dank at the best of times, but this is the danker end of the spectrum.
If only there'd been some kind of clue.
Yeah,
it's so subtle.
Mm.
So yeah, you pull up outside Oily Boys Mechanical, and with the shining neon sign, and you hop out. And as you walk up to the garage, there's the roll door is just open. You can hear noise coming from in there, and you hear swearing coming from in there. You just hear a guy like just clanking, like fuck, and you just hear like power tools and like whirring up and just like frantic motion. And then you hear the familiar voice of your old mate Schubert chipping in, just sort of helpfully going, "No, that goes over there. No, you got to put that. No, that goes perpendicular. No, you need a size 4 for that nut."
The lime goes in the coconut.
And you also hear the voice of your old buddy Trent retort, "I know what I'm fucking doing. Leave me to it, you fucking tin can." And as you come around the corner, you see one man sort of bent over the hood of a SUV, which is just smoking and like shooting out sparks as he's just like shoving instruments into it. You see your old buddy Trent.
Hello, you old bastard.
Trent looks up and looks back, and his face just goes a bit slack, and he just a bit like lost for words. But before he says anything, your other buddy, Schubert, who is off to the side, calmly looks up and is like, "Oh, Cookie, you're back. That took you a while. Do you want some tea?"
That took you a while.
A bit stronger.
It's like, I'll go get the bottle. And Schubert just sort of like unhurriedly just sort of wanders out. Trent finally sort of collects himself and looks over him. He's like, "The fuck are you doing here?"
Well, I thought I'd come back and pay you old pair of cunts a visit.
I mean,
what's going on?
Don't get me wrong. It's nice to see you, but fuck. And then he sort of like loosens up, and then he like wanders over, he like pulls you into a big hug, and he sort of starts laughing. He's like, "Oh dear, oh this is fantastic. Oh, all right, hold on here a sec." And then he like runs out. Like Schubert is just coming through with like a big bottle of whiskey, and then Trent sort of like brushes past him. Like kicks over a bunch of things, reaches up to a box on the top shelf in the adjacent sort of office space, and pulls out 3 genuine cigars. and brings them through. He says, "Well, I was going to save this for when I die, but hey, why not?"
Why not, indeed?
And he passes them over.
Cookie immediately kills him.
So yeah, I guess Cookie. I guess they're just going to kind of have a
they have a little
conversation.
Yeah, so you guys, you spend like half an hour or so just sort of catching up, having a drink and stuff, and just shooting the shit. After you guys sort of like finish your cigars, you sort of halfway through the bottle now. The SUV is just completely forgotten about. It's still smoking, but like it's not sparking anymore, so it's fine. Trent, Schubert is the first one to sort of like change the topic, and he says, "It's lovely to see you, Cookie, but why are you here?"
Kind of wondering how the old smuggling business is going for you.
As you say, the smuggling business. Trent's eyes sort of like lighten up a bit. He says, "Ah, that's what you hear about.
The old days. How's it going?"
I knew we couldn't keep you out of it for too long." He becomes a little bit. He gets a bit excited, but then he sort of like pulls himself back. He becomes a little bit more wary. He's like, "I mean, but this is a bit odd, if you don't mind me saying. You coming out of the blue like this and just swanning in, saying you want to get back into smuggling. How we know you're not? How we know you're not?"
What's to say that
For the other side.
I haven't got an opportunity or two of my own?
Go on.
Well, how's the old business going for you guys at the minute?
It's going good. Going great.
What are you
Living in the lap of luxury we are. Schubert informs you, he's like, it has been quite hit and miss. There's been a lot of competition recently, and hasn't made our ventures terribly profitable.
We talking meds, weapons?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I mean, we try and move what we can when we can. We're kind of doing more specialty items right now, kind of special orders, that kind of thing. We don't really have the infrastructure to be going after anything much bigger, if you know what I mean.
Interesting.
Now, what did you have here to come here to ask us, eh?
Well, let's not speak too much at the moment, but we might have an opportunity or two. At this point, can Cookie like somehow hack his own phone to like ring as a distraction?
Roll.
Make that happen.
I'm sure there's like so if you're trying to do it subtly, roll. I don't even know if you need to roll hacking. I would say more just roll sleight of hand to see if you can do it without being noticed whilst you're having a chat.
I'd rather roll hacking, but okay.
Not bad. They don't really notice whilst you've just been chatting. You've just been having your hand below the table. And it rings and.
I'm going to insist I need to take it and step out the front of the building. And at this point, I'm gonna call the gents and just kind of divulge everything that I've found out and kind of discuss a way forwards. Do I tell them more, or do I hold fire for the bit? Do we bring him in? Do we bring him on board? How much are we talking of moving?
What?
Huh?
Millions?
Right.
How much do you trust him?
Well, I trust these guys.
Go for it. Why not?
Do we bring them on board?
Yeah. Why not?
Worst case scenario, you know.
Worst case, we just have to kill your friends.
Worst case, we just kill them.
Exactly. You sound like a great friend.
Yeah.
Worst case, we just kill them. Right. I guess I'll head back in and fucking tell them what the crack is. Then I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So you relay the offer, like the kind of sort of sums of money you're working with. You say about like you'll have like a warehouse for them to work out of. You'll have some equipment, and ideally, if things go well tonight, some extra hands. They seem a bit sort of surprised. I mean, just you've like a bit out of the blue, but Trent especially is quite interested. He sort of immediately sort of latches onto it and says, "Now, shit, damn, Cookie,
We got to move fast on this boy."
yeah, no, I get it. I mean, roll persuasion.
With advantage?
So probably just standard as it is.
Damn. I tried, Andy.
That's right. I don't need it.
You do not. Yeah, so you sell it pretty good, and yeah, Trent is all for it. He sticks his hand out. He says, "Well, you only live once. Let's fucking do it." And he downs his drink and sticks his hand out to shake your hand.
I will reciprocate.
Yep.
I shall down my drink, and then I shall spit in my hand, and I shall shake Trent's hand.
Schubert
immediately catches COVID. And,
Schubert puts down the drink he's been holding politely, but hasn't actually taken a drink out of, and also like shakes your hand and says, "This will be nice, Cookie. It's been too long since we worked together."
Come on, you old.
And yeah, they're on board.
Right. I guess I say I'll. Well, I'll leave and just say I'll be in touch. I guess, or.
Yep.
I like it. Mysterious.
I'll ring back the guys, and shall I bring these guys back?
Might as well show them the space, you know.
All right. In that case, then I'll say I'll give them a call, leave, and then immediately come back in and go, "It's time."
What? Go like, I'll stay in touch. Walks out. Immediately, fucking calls them.
Yeah.
I told you I'd be in
Well, are you
touch.
fucking coming?
Damn, Cookie. I mean, you really don't fuck around anymore. You've really got your shit together now. You must
in the van, boys.
Yeah, he's sober now. Well, sober.
I spent the last hour drinking whiskey.
He's not doing any of the hard stuff.
Yeah. Progress is progress, mate.
They just they hop in. They come with you. Schubert closes up shop and locks it, and then you guys drive off back to the warehouse. Jameson, were you doing something else? Did you say?
He was just having a good time, just vibing, you know.
I was waiting for the bods who I'd recruited to turn up here to leave.
Oh, the ones that you knew about.
Yes. Schubert and Trent instantly walk in the door.
So as you guys, whilst Cookie's been doing all this, so Jameson,
Go get beer.
Jameson, you know of a few people. You not necessarily gotten on perfectly with them, and doesn't necessarily mean that you are on friendly terms with them, but you know a few people that might be good contact. There is. Let me just check something. There's a guy called Goto. He works for a hacker gang, sort of in the area, and he is sort of known for procurement. He is like really good at finding hardware, and he is known for having a lot of sort of smuggling and criminal contacts. And is like associated with the Black Rose hackers, but is a semi-freelance. If that makes sense.
That does make sense.
So you haven't had any personal dealings with him at all, but you know of him and his reputation.
Oh, bring him
in. Yeah. So yeah, you're able to make some calls and find his details, and you phone him up. You call him up, and a gruff voice sort of answers the phone and just says, "All right, who is this? And how'd you get this number?"
Well, I'm not going to do the voice thing. I introduce myself and explain that I've got say who I am, why I'm calling, and basically I've got a business proposition I'd like to meet him to discuss, and I think he'd be very interested in. And, sort of drop in that the River Rats are no longer an operating party in the local area.
Okay.
And sort of heavily imply that that's because of us.
All right. Yeah. Roll some persuasion. Oh yeah. So yeah, you managed to you talk Goto around a little bit. You give some of the details without giving too much information away, and he definitely seems interested. He agrees to meet up, and he says he'll meet you over there in as soon as he can. Whilst Jameson and Cookie have been out, sort of like trying to do all these things, the rest of you guys. So what is so Mr. Ditch, River, Splint, and John? What has been your game plan for catching the Riverettes as they arrive back?
Well,
stand behind the mech.
I reckon Splint is going to be in front, in a peaceful position, but directly in front of the mech, who is very obviously protecting him.
Mm-hmm.
Can we make sure we've moved all the bodies? We can take that tarp off and move all the bodies into a pile and cover them. So it's not we're not rubbing their face in the fact we've just killed a lot of them, but we have just killed a lot of them.
Totally.
Yeah, and when they turn up, Spin is going to very much be like, "Listen, lads, we came to your boss for business, and we came here peacefully, and he broke that parlay, and things happened, and now, we're in charge now, as it is. You know how these things go. It ain't nothing personal. Now, you've got the choice of either joining us and making a fuck ton of money, or fucking off. So what's it going to be?" And then
fine.
seeing what their kind of reaction to that is.
No worries. So Splint, what is the kind of tone you're going for here? Is it more meant to be are you trying to persuade, or are you trying to intimidate here? Is basically what I mean.
It's very much a it's go with intimidation, I reckon, it's factual but threatening, It's that kind of, bearing in mind I'm standing in front of a fucking giant ass fucking mech.
Yeah, can I?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Intimidating would be the only thing that I could really argue.
That's fair.
I'll be cleaning blood off the sword or something.
Yeah.
While he's saying that.
I assume what you mean by that is you're going to assist with my intimidation.
That sounds like it. Splint, can you roll me some intimidate with advantage? So
I mean, admittedly, neither intimidate or persuasion is very good for me, but yeah, sure. Intimidate. 8.
Oh.
So we'll abstract this out and say this
Can I
is
roll intimidate?
No, you can either both roll it separately or one helps the other.
My bad, Tom.
So we'll abstract that out and say like that's like kind of your way of selling it to each one as they come in. So over the course of the next sort of hour or two, there's a group of 4 of them just turn up, sort of like laughing and sort of joking around, like they've just like come off a job, and they like just open the doors and quickly sort of get very just are surprised to see a bunch of people that they don't know, but also very surprised to see a giant mech in their place of business. You give them the little speech and sort of sales pitch, and they seem a little bit unconvinced as it is currently. It's at this point that they start, although they can't see the bodies, they start seeing you can see that they start noticing things. They start noticing like the bullet holes in the walls and in the boxes. You start seeing like some of the blood splashes like over here and like over here where Goob died.
If Spin starts seeing like or getting the impression that they are not being intimidated, can he try and go for like pulling out money? I mean, listen, we got a deal for you. So I need good money. I wouldn't say honest money because nothing we do is ever going to be that honest, but it'll be yours. And takes out money is like almost like a try and attempt to like bribe them into joining us that way.
How much money are you talking?
Spin's gonna take out like so the group of 4, do they come out together or like
Yeah, they all came in together.
He's gonna hold out 40 grand. Well, can I roll some kind of insight check to work out like what would be a lot of money for them?
Roll sense motive.
Yeah, cool. Let's have a look. Sense motive 8.
Down. You don't know these guys particularly. What you do get, and is really obvious, is that these guys aren't super like they're not rolling in it. These guys are quite like disheveled. They're like their clothes are dirty. They got like coats that are like too big for them or too small for them. They're like a bit sort of scruffy.
Nice. So yeah, I'm gonna take out 40 grand and be like, listen, peace offering is 40 grand. It's 10 grand each, and there's no strings attached to this. But this will just be the starter. If you want to get involved, this is nothing compared to what the kind of money we're going to be moving. You can take this and join us and earn more, or you can take this and fuck off, and that'll be 10 grand in your pocket that you can do with what you want. Shut up your nose for all I care.
Let's roll some persuasion this time with advantage.
18.
Hey, much better.
I will take out 40 grand from my thing.
Yeah. So with that, that's kind of sealed the deal. These guys a little bit wary at first, but now that you're offering money, that's something they understand. This is a business transaction, and they are businessmen. You get the impression as well, like by how quickly they take the money, they didn't have too much loyalty to Goob or the River Rats. When actually, as one guy takes the money, you hear him go like, "Oh, thank fuck, I don't have to call myself a River Rat anymore."
Oh, shit, we need to come up with a name.
The River Mice.
Welcome to the river muck.
The water mites.
Water muck. The water mold.
Welcome to the dike rats.
Oh god.
It's even worse.
The steamy furry boys. But yeah, no. So you managed to repeat this sort of process with the next few guys who like come in. Like one of them comes in individually. He's looks like he's just been sort of like having a little walk around. He was doing like some other job. A couple of them come in sort of like pairs and sort of drips and drabs until you have 10 guys who have been recruited over to you.
Nice. So that cost me 100 grand.
Yeah.
Cool. Give me a second.
So the about the time, conveniently, that you finally finishing negotiations with that. Jameson, with his contact Goto, turns up, and Cookie, with his good buddies Trent and Schubert, also arrive.
Arrive shit-faced.
Yeah, the car just sort of like swirls around. You hear like some screeching. You hear like as it like mounts the curb and like takes out like a bunch of like dustbins that just sat on the side of the road, and it just like gently like comes to a stop against the like chain link fencing as you like stagger out back into the warehouse.
Brilliant.
So yeah, Goto has a little look around. Sorry?
Hello.
Trent staggers out with Cookie. Schubert gets out afterwards, and he just says, "I knew I should have offered to drive rather than them. Next time." Goto, by this time, has already started having a little look around the place. Started like chatting to a couple of the guys that you've recruited about like what they do and what sort of merchandise they've been sort of moving already. And he comes back to you, Jameson. Seems pretty sort of pleased. He says, "Okay, I think this is doable. I think there's something we can do. We can work with here. I have some contacts who have been trying to move some merchandise into our area for a little while, but they've been just waiting for the right opportunity. I think I can make some calls. As long as you guys can look after the logistics, I can organize the how and when."
Ideal.
Yeah, Trent and Schubert have a little look around. They start like poking around the place, sort of like just dismantling a few of like the equipment, like machinery around here, like a forklift that's just over in the corner that they've just making sure that is snuff. Just sort of chatting, almost like Trent is trying to be like overly sort of formal with the guys that you've recruited, sort of like almost like he's at a job interview, trying to like sort of vet them. But all the guys are just sort of like pretty blasé about it, and you've managed to put together a nice little smuggling operation here.
So can we just outline very basically, essentially, the grunts are the grunts. They do all the shit that needs doing. Trent and Schubert are the ones who'll be here making or basically running the grunts and organizing shit and being the kind of middlemen, and then the Goto, the man on the phone, making sure the shipments come in, organizing deliveries and like customers and stuff.
Yeah, he's not going to be employed by you, but he's going to essentially work as a middleman and take a commission. Is kind of how he sold it. And in addition to your warehouse that you guys bought as well, pretty set up.
So we're now a mafia crime family.
Allegedly.
Like, why did we bother buying a warehouse if we could just come and take someone else's?
Because now we have two warehouses.
I mean, the other one is a lot more clean, a lot more reputable, and is a bit more legal
and less bloody
than this one. This one is a dilapidated.
There's less DNA.
Yeah, there's a lot less DNA, as far as you're aware.
Just gonna also
a lot less semen.
Just gonna also point out that Sam was listening to ABBA earlier.
It was actually my mum.
Oh.
You were listening to
Sam
your
was
mum?
listening to his mum earlier.
There it is. There it is, Dom.
Old recordings
I was
back in the day.
my Amazon account is linked to Spotify, and my parents have got an Amazon Dot that's linked to my Amazon account in the house. So, as a result, they ask it to play something, and then when I get in the car on the way home from the pub and hit play on Spotify, it starts playing.
You weren't listening to ABBA on the way home from the pub.
That sounds awfully get out of it. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Sam is sus.
Sus.
Oh, Dan, you drunk?
I'm not drunk though.
Oh, I said Dan.
Oh.
He's so used to being accused of being drunk that defaults to say,
Eddie's so used to being drunk. Not only did he assume he was being accused of being drunk, I referred to how drunk I was by Andy levels of drunk.
I'm almost drunk. Not that drunk though.
You need to catch up, boy. No one heard what you just said, Sam.
Yeah, Sam just said a string of words in a quarter of a second.
That's not what I said.
You did. You just said a noise.
That's what words are.
Is that what I just said?
No one knows what you just said.
Say the words individually with a pause.
I will come down in a sec.
How did you get that much in such a short period of time?
How do you guys still not speak Sam?
It
I'm
doesn't
so
like
confused. Yeah, I lived with him for like 3 years, and I can't unlearn
It's
Sam.
because we intentionally have like breaks of usually about 5 to 6 days.
I never had that luxury.
Mm.
You couldn't get away from it.
No, I'm so confused that sometimes you guys just can't understand Sam, because to me
you
it's just
really
like
understood that.
It's
genuinely, yeah.
It's less a lack of ability and more of a lack of willingness.
Oh, that I can respect.
Also, lack of shits to give.
Exactly, you know.
I will say it is harder over like Discord.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like obviously mics and all that stuff, but yeah, generally I never had too much trouble understanding
all
Sam.
the shit that I have to give.
This is what Dom and I have always got on because I never had to explain what I just said again.
It's true.
Oh, but you do like
That's the foundation of your friendship. I never have to repeat myself with Dom. We are so close.
You do love explaining things though, Sam.
How many friendship was when Dom helped me unpack into halls and he saw the Black Library books going on my bookshelf.
Unironically, it is, yeah.
Fair. Can't go wrong with that.
He was like, "This guy's a nerd."
Yeah, literally, it was like, oh, thank God he's not cool. We're good.
This guy has friends in the single digits. We're going to be friends. Hopefully not pushing that up to 2.
This guy's got a girlfriend in Canada.
That he only knows from Minecraft or something terrible.
Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Metal RuneScape. Should have been my
Yeah.
DF. Yes.
Hey, oi, be careful.
Hey.
But yeah.
For Dom.
Dom, it doesn't count as an internet relationship once you're engaged.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Also,
and
it
you
doesn't
live
count as
together.
yeah, once you've actually met as well, you know.
Sorry, I feel like I've derailed the session somewhat with
a little
Sam piss take, but it's worth it every time.
It's okay. Richard's viewers love this part.
This is like intermission.
This is the only Richard's only viewers is Dan. So Dan.
And it's only me when I'm on holiday and I miss a session.
Lovely. So you guys have successfully recruited a nice little smuggling operation. So I will abstract this in the in-between times now that I have a better idea of what and how much this is. So essentially this will work that you put some money in and given it and you get some money out given a bit of time and some random rolls.
No, it's like Bitcoin. Got it.
Basically. It's basically the exact same. Yeah. So yeah, it's a nice little sort of independent running a little bit here. What do you guys? So you've sort of set this up quite nicely. what are you doing next? Is there anything on your minds?
Can we like pimp out our like warehouse and stuff?
Oh right, thank God.
Yeah.
Can we
So,
put
like-
our only female character?
That's how you get stabbed. I can now go invisible, so you know.
And Richard does the only female viewer.
No,
Yeah, it's
like the
Danielle.
actual warehouse. Brilliant. It's my old account. Yeah, can we create sort of like some defenses or some kind of like bit more security on it?
All right. So what are you thinking?
Didn't we suggest the other place, like the other warehouse, didn't have a the office building had a basement?
Oh, yeah, had a basement there as your little headquarters.
Let's we out the basement car park.
Oh yeah.
Base come bunker.
Yeah. So yeah, what did you have in mind?
Block of reinforced concrete and steel doors.
CCTV minimum, at least, obviously.
We're going to put a bucket of feathers on doors jar.
Can we get some jars of paint that are held up on the balconies?
Yeah. Hot Wheels cars to put in front of the doors.
Old-timey paintings that we can cut out the eyes and stand behind.
Yep. And we'll put some Christmas baubles outside all of the windows, so if
Oh,
anyone
of
wants to
course.
climb through.
Yes. Classic.
You know.
Oldie but a goodie. You can't hack those. Yeah, so
CCTV, like a Ring doorbell, like essentially remote CCTV that we can access.
Very easy to do, yeah.
Yeah. Can we also have like a fail-safe of just a fuck ton of like explosive in case we're in a situation where we're like, well, we need to destroy the evidence and just like fucking blow it all to hell.
If the Rozzers find it, we'll just nuke the neighborhood.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep.
Into it.
All right, is that going to be remote detonated, or are you gonna have does it have to be sort of like in person?
I reckon remote, like it's a situation like enter a code, blow it all up.
Okay, yeah.
And it's a code we all know as a party, no one else knows.
Cool. All right. Lovely. So, for the sake of ease, for general improvements regarding sort of security, like steel doors, like heavy shutters, bars and things like that on the windows, just to make sure things aren't easy to get in. And yeah, if you wanted to barricade, it's pretty easy to sort of like turn this place into a mini fortress.
Yeah.
As well as like basic CCTV around like all the entrances and exits, and sort of like up and down the street a little bit, as well as a fuck ton of sort of explosives. We can extract that. So we go. Altogether, probably about 1.5 mil. Like a nice round figure.
1.5 mil.
Yeah. Of course, if you're various sort of like with everything sort of totted up together.
Yep, that seems fair.
Yeah.
So 6 of us on there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so 150k each, right? No, that's maths. I was sorry. I don't have to be good at maths for my job, okay?
That's 1.5k. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. No, that's 250,000 each. That's how much that would come to.
Yeah.
Everyone okay with putting that together?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's a good shout. I like all that.
Cool. What we can agree is the code for the essentially fail-safe self-destruct.
Snail.
8-5.
I literally was about to say that.
Did you say 880? Sorry, did you say 800?
85 booms.
Brilliant. Yep, I'm in. I'm sold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I want it to be snails.
Well, you've been overruled, so.
Actually, snails is a good password. That's all of James's passwords. They're all snails.
I'm sorry, we've been overruled. It's 3-2, boobs. Richard has the vote, deciding vote.
That's outrageous.
Boobs or snails?
Boobs are easy to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Boobs or snails? Go.
Boobs.
Boobs.
If I'm honest, when it comes down to it, being either a boobs guy or a snails guy, I'm a boobs guy. I'm sorry. No, if I had to make a choice,
First time.
You had to choose.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know it's good to know when you see one. I can't
appreciate a good snail.
I can't talk down about snails anymore.
Cool. So we've all lost 2,500. No,
Yeah.
250,000.
Yeah, 250k.
Oh,
Yeah.
numbers are hard.
Numbers are hard, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out and buy some snails.
you can do that.
Go spend
Why are you gonna buy
$250,000 million on snails.
Well, whilst you guys are thinking of whatever you're going to be doing next or what you're going to invest in next, I just need to quickly go feed my animals.
The zoo.
The
Snails.
Yes.
Back in a moment.
Is that what he calls Bo?
We hire a miserable janitor to be this janitor security.
What we need to hire Scruffy.
The janitor from Scrubs. Where he never really does his job, and he just picks a random person.
Oh, that's
this
We need to
individual.
hire a
that's the
bully.
guy from the middle, isn't it? The real tall guy. Neil someone.
Neil Flynn.
Yeah.
Also the Dad and Mean Girls, if you're that cultured.
He is honestly best character in Scrubs by far.
Yeah.
I like him in the middle.
He is top drawer.
He's a good actor.
He's in what's it called? The Fugitive.
That's a good film.
He's one of the police officers on the tube.
That's a very good film, actually.
Great film.
That film.
And in Scrubs, there's an episode where they specifically reference it, and so in the Scrubs universe, the janitor is the guy who is in The Fugitive.
He's also in Buzz Lightyear Star Command, Dan. But
Is he actually?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, I didn't realize how high profile he was. Jesus, that is.
He's also in King of the Hill, which is the most apt cartoon for that guy. He is the epitome of the characters in King of the Hill.
Honestly, he's my spirit animal. You know, if I could be him.
Yeah. Give no shits.
Speaking of give no shits and drink beer.
Yeah.
There you go, Andy.
I do
In the
enjoy.
Discord chat.
I do enjoy.
That right there is the pinnacle of give no shits, drink beer.
I've been not looking at this chat since Tom posted that picture of the man with the hairy shoulders. There's a Jim Leahy gif. Dan saying he's pissed. Sam going on about donuts. What's England like? Oh yeah, that is.
The best bit is that it's raining.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's just the utter pinnacle of British life. It's raining, it's shit weather, a car's crashed into your fucking table, you almost died, but you know what, you got a pint, so you're fine.
A pint of Foster's, and he's managed to save the pint of Foster's.
Exactly.
Growth.
And you're wearing a fleece.
Oh, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm not. It's beer.
You're drinking beer, you're
I
wearing a
think you're wrong,
fleece,
Andy.
you're good.
I think he's got a Thatcher's.
You can fuck off and all.
That's a good.
Huh?
This session's been quite the wild ride.
It's been a series of ups and downs, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, mostly ups, you know.
When did Richard record all of the shit about?
No, I only got like half an hour of it. Of the hour and a half of bullshit beforehand.
Honestly, Richard has like such a folder for blackmail. It's just top. It's just. If any of us ever end up in a position of power, we're fucked if Richard is still alive, you know.
Yeah, that's why my
Right,
plan
but
is to kill Richard the moment I ascend to power.
Allegedly kill Richard.
Why Richard dies first, as Dom started saying. Oh, great minds.
It's fine. This is the bit that doesn't get edited out.
No, this is the bit you keep. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
This is the bit you hear in court.
Sorry.
I do look forward to hearing this back in court, to be honest. But I never like how I sound on tape, so you know.
Oh yeah, it's awful, isn't it?
Until
Yeah, you do sound
Richard's-
awful on tape,
Richard's
Dan.
done
Yeah.
it.
Honestly, that was the worst thing of being in a call center, is listening to yourself on tape when you like go into coaching sessions and they're like, "Oh, gonna listen to one of your calls." I'm like, "Oh, please no, just tell me what I did wrong. It's fine."
Can I leave the room while you do it? Yeah.
Yeah. It amazes me, Dom, that we actually did a Let's Play together, and I'm like, we both hate how we sound on. We persevere.
I'm mostly used to how I sound on tape now. I have to hear it a lot, so.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for you to just go, oh shit, no, that's just how I sound.
Yeah.
It's a sad realization for me.
It's alright. The microphone I have to use for work
It's
is
even
really,
sadder
really
for us.
bad. So
Andy.
I blame that.
I was going to say, I think I've mentioned this in the past, but we never did anything about it because we're us.
That sounds like us.
Would anybody else be up for doing a bit of a let's play where one person plays and the rest of us watch and talk bollocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if we all did the same game.
But then you get a mash of conversation.
True.
I think it's almost better if you've got one person who can play and the rest is sort of observe.
Do it.
I thought it could be a fun thing to do if we've got, I don't know, maybe if we fancy a break from role playing games, or if we just want to do something else a different night. Or whatever.
Who's the most scared of jump scares?
Oh, I'm not good with it.
I'm not particularly.
Andy's not good.
We just get Andy and Ed to play games that have a shit
Something
ton
I
of jump scares.
realized, we did a dementia training session once where basically you have to like
Did you get
weird
jump
flex
scared?
from jump scares. But okay, carry on.
no, but dementia is basically horrifying. But basically, you have to they fuck with your senses, so you have to wear these goggles that change your vision. You have to put on these earmuffs. You have to wear like these uncomfortable shoes that like prick you. You have to wear like big gloves. And essentially, these people are just really weird to you. Like they start like telling you to do things, and like you can't hear them. And it's meant to like bring out what you might be like if you had dementia, and kind of make you feel like what they feel like. I just realized I sub-vocalize a lot. So they just said, Ed, you just constantly swore. You're just going, fuck. What?
You do. It's amazing. I fucking love. Listen, particularly when you're talking to the dogs. You fucking curse up a storm when you're talking to the dogs. Like,
You haven't
know
heard
what they've done.
Yeah, you haven't heard my dad like talk about literally any topic. Like I can restrain myself. My dad is unable to. But yeah, scary things. I would be bad.
What was that game, Tom, that you put me on VR?
Oh, Here They Lie.
Yeah, that I was not very good at that.
That's a very uncomfortable game.
I was not in a very healthy position playing that.
It needs to be someone who's either very competent at games or someone who can record them successfully. Because I don't know how well it would work if Richard was going to try and record the footage of watching someone else. I'm not sure that's the best choice.
It might be fine.
You'd want the source recording.
Yeah, you definitely want the source recording.
That's your source.
Ed, on that subject of dementia, as someone who plays a contact sport, I am constantly in fear of the repercussions of CTE and just just ending up just with just horrendous dementia as a result of it. I would not want to do that test because I would essentially be like, "Oh, this is genuinely my future."
Oh no, it'd be like you only get like I mean, not to like put it down around. It's like they do notice the differences.
Yeah,
can be pretty early, but that's only in like high level usually, like guys who are like constantly training, constantly getting hits and stuff, and really fucking hard hits.
I don't think you understand how shit our team is, Ed.
No, I
What
think
position do you play, Dan?
it sounds like he does.
Previously, I played tight end. This year, I'm playing fullback, which is as my head coach decided this week. We're just gonna have the fullbacks essentially just take a fucking beating. That's the playbook for fullbacks this year. Take fucking beating. Yeah.
Nice.
Which is fine, you know. It's future Dan's problem. I don't have to worry about it right now.
If you do it for like 5 years or so, you'll be fine.
I'm already at 5 years.
Get back out now, then, buddy. I did it for 6 years through like puberty. That was a mistake.
It's true. That's why he's so short. Oh wait.
Oh, the salt is real.
You're all just fucking tall over there, apart from Andy.
I know.
The dwarf.
How tall are you, Richard?
No.
I immediately announced the dwarf, and Dan's like, "How tall are you?"
Ed is definitely taller than me, but I think I'm taller than Sam.
I am 6 foot.
Then I am taller than Sam.
Yeah, I think, as I understand it, I think Ed's the tallest, and then Dan and Tom are very closely tied above me, and it's I don't know where Andy and Dom and Richard fall.
I'm taller than Andy.
Really?
Yeah.
I am less than 6 foot.
I would contest that statement.
What?
Not Richard's statement, Dom's statement.
Oh really? I'm pretty certain I am taller than you. But at the same time, I haven't seen you in person in more than a year, so.
Yeah, which reminds me, we need to redo a group photo because Tom has since joined the D&D group.
No, I prefer him being excluded. No, that is a good
Honestly,
shout,
I like the idea of the photo being everybody, and the reason why Tom isn't in it because he was late.
yeah. It was late, yeah.
Exactly.
We can Photoshop Tom into the background, just like getting out his car.
Just have a photo 2 hours later, just taped on the side.
Looking at the picture, looking at the group photo we took at my birthday a few years ago, Dom and Andy look. I mean, Andy's head is slightly higher, but his feet are higher as well. I tell you, look incredibly similar in height.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
we're very similar. I have a nagging feeling I'm just like a tiny, tiny bit taller, but I mean, whatever.
What are you in height? The two of you.
That's a good question that I don't know the answer to.
I'm approximately 5'10".
Yeah, annoyingly enough, that's how I describe myself as well. I'm around 5'10".
Yeah.
And Richard's what?
I also don't care enough.
Richard doesn't look that short in the picture either, but in my head he's really short. But you look like probably the same height as the other two.
I'm like a height.
Yeah, right. My height doesn't really matter. It doesn't come up that often.
No.
Yeah,
Once
I
you
can
break
reach- I can
6
reach
feet,
most
it doesn't matter.
shelves.
Are you less than 5'10"? I'm just interested now. Are you less than 5'10"?
I honestly, I don't know.
So
One-
next time.
wouldn't measure myself in feet and inches because it's a bullshit measurement and I hate it.
That's true.
Correct.
I'll take it in-
And I don't measure myself.
So next time we'll meet up, we'll have an exciting 5 minutes while we work out who's the shortest, and then we'll.
All right.
Yeah, I think
I look forward to being laughed at for being the shortest.
What a context.
You lean into it with a ginger beard, and you just go full dwarf, and no one thinks anything of it.
Yeah, no, I could lead into that.
You can carry off being the shortest if you're the dwarf.
I'll just turn up with an
Yeah, I need to
axe.
grow out my beard just in case.
You're the
Yeah.
shortest, you're ginger, and you're Scottish. Like, there's nothing more to give.
I am such a fucking mess in that photo.
What, the one that's the 6 of us?
Yeah, my leg's bleeding.
I hadn't noticed that. At least the t-shirt's still in one piece and not on fire.
T-shirts.
At that point.
But, like, the t-shirt's covered in bolognese and my leg's bleeding.
Dom's wearing a picture of his own face on his chest.
I am. Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome.
I'm wearing a t-shirt that Dom bought me. This is all a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, we're all just wearing
Oh,
clothes each other
lovely.
bought for them.
Is that the one where?
Have we concluded tonight's Cyberpunk session?
No,
I
no.
was sort of thinking, I if you guys didn't have a very strong idea of what you wanted to do next, I was going to potentially leave it there if you wanted to, because then
kind of need a little more.
on with something proper happening.
Yeah, I'm going to toss my 2 cents in and say I haven't got stamina for a combat this evening.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. For most people, it's sort of that sort of awkward sort of tipping point of the evening.
Dan definitely doesn't.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
That you're quite drunk. Yeah.
Maybe.
Deny it.
Slightly sauced.
I might be a bit bevved.
Lightly marinated.
Oh dear.
La, 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 la. Oh.